All right, shalom. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do rule well. And I'd like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect and the one-third, and Lords of this lesson will be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahar, Rachakwadash. And real quick, I just want to do this lesson while I have the opportunity. All right. And the title, Adon Ratazah, will be The Only Place is in the Lord's Chamber. Okay. And I came across this article, came out about 12 hours last night. Now, I just took a quick screenshot, got about the first paragraph, a couple pictures that they put. Last time I tried to screen record and I used Google. I'm not sure if because Google needs my permission to use the microphone, but I noticed the audio would cut out. So I'm just going to get a couple points that I want to use out of it, and then Lord's will, it will be edifying. All right. So this article came out and it's giving you top locations to survive. Okay. Now I want to keep that word survive in our mind too. Okay, but the only place that you will be able to survive from this prophetic account, okay, is going to be in Yahushai's chariot, okay, the heavenly chariots, and that will be through deliverance, okay. Now let's go to Isaiah 26 and 20 in the blue letter, because I also want to go into the word chamber. All right, so Isaiah 26, and these times are coming, these times are coming, man. And, we really have to meditate on these things while the rest of the world of Babylon, is in a careless, disgruntled, carefree individualism spirit. We have to really focus on the salvation that's coming, because Babylon's wine is still here. Okay, people are still drunk. And we're in the midst, okay? We're in the midst of a perverse and crooked nation, Isaiah 26 and 20, it says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers." Real quick, immediately, I got to get this verse of the day, but immediately I heard Revelations 18 when it says, "Come up out of her, my people." So this is going to be simultaneous, okay? When you go into this precept in Revelations 18, this is going to be literal, all right? Revelations 18. So we're going to kind of chronologically break it down, if you will. Revelations 18 and 4. Now, this is going to be during the destruction, okay? During the destruction, all right? Look around you, okay? There's no need for us to be covetous, no need for us to be worldly, no need for us to be drunk in the cares of this world. Even though we have our own, separate walks and our own individual meets and greets and experiences. But at the end of the day, we're not drunken in these experiences, okay? Our mind's eye is focused on salvation at the end of the day. Remember, this is the condition of the battle. To be in a battle, one has to be on a mission, and that mission is this spiritual war. Revelations 18 and 4, in the midst of the destruction, it says, "And I heard another voice from heaven," this is literal, saying, "Come up out of her, my people." So this is what we want to hear. When the deal goes down, when prophecy ultimately is fulfilled after the mandatory marking, okay, there will come a great destruction from the third woe, which we see brewing right now, right? And as the effects from that third woe, okay, will lead to the ultimate annihilation of Babylon, we will need to be delivered from that destruction as it's heading towards earth, okay? And in the midst of that destruction, there will be a great deliverance. And it says, "Come," and this is what the Christians call the second coming. Okay, so for them to call who they ignorantly call Jesus their savior, well, we're reading the account of what we're going to be saved from. Because yes, Yahushai's blood saved us from the curse of the law, but as well, he's going to save us from the coming destruction that will befall Babylon the Great the most. Okay, and it says, "Come up out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." So plagues are coming to Babylon, and those plagues are going to be through the third woe, and we're going to need to be delivered from that. So when you hear people talking about bunkers and hiding and digging, hey, you're carnal. Okay, you're carnal, because the judgment that's coming will be, the missiles, the arrows will be the catalyst, but ultimately it's going to be the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai that's judging this place. Just think about judgment on a small scale. Something happens to someone by, they get put to death from something like that would be insignificant, but they still died. Okay, well, that's because that was the Lord's judgment. So people fail to realize, while they're measuring, the blast and, how many days and rationing, you're not taking in consideration, you're dealing with the Father of spirits. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you create a material that is that can withstand the blast, you can't withstand the Lord. This is why the only way is up. Okay, the only way is in the Lord's chamber. This is what's pressed on my spirit. There's no other way that you're going to make it out of this unless Yahweh Bashem Shai literally delivers us. And it says, now come into this, okay, Revelations 18, going with Isaiah 26, come, my people, see, enter into thy chambers. And this word chambers means parlor. It says, and shut thy doors about thee, just like what? The days of Noah. Remember the ark, the doors were shut and sealed. It says, hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. Now, when I hear that word hide, it makes me think of Revelations 15. So we're going to be hiding in the chariot, but where we're going to be brought, we're going to be able to look down. Okay, this is Revelations 15 and 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast. See? So you saw a sea of glass mingled with fire. So you're looking down and seeing the destruction upon Babylon. And it says, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, this is them that came up hither. This is the elect that meet the Lord in the air. And it says, and over his image and over his mark and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. So standing in the chariots, looking down upon earth, and in particularly the destruction upon Babylon. So you see, the only way out is up. Okay, the only way out of this plague that's coming is up. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians 4. And what's also just pressed on my spirit right now is how you actually have mockers and scoffers that will laugh at you for tapping into this, that take this serious, that are frightful and want to be delivered. You have so many, that's exactly it. This world is filled with many, but the world to come for a few. So we're surrounded by many doubters and mockers and scoffers who just are going to be fuel for the fire. And in that day, our spirit is going to rejoice at the justified judgment upon this place, because we see no fear, we see no respect, we see no glorification to the Heavenly Father through the only begotten Son. We just see nothing but proud creatures roaming around in this God mode mindset, as if they're their own God and deity and only I matter. And it just needs to come to an end. Okay, this place is just so out of order. Everything is just flipped inside out, upside down. This is why the Lord's got our eyes single. Okay, 1 Thessalonians 4 and verse 16. And it says, we could start up, but actually, since we use the word survive, okay, 1 Thessalonians 4 and 15, it says, oh man, I got to start at 13. 1 Thessalonians 4 and 13, it says, but I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, meaning those brothers that have done the work and have passed on, right? They're just sleeping, just like Yahweh Shai said. It says that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. So we can't be sorrowful at the brothers, that have passed in this walk or in this truth, because ultimately, they're just sleeping right now. So we have to rejoice that, that they fulfilled their lot, in a faithful manner. And that's what it's all about. And we want to fill our lot in a faithful manner. It says, for if we believe that Yahweh Shai died and rose again, which we do, even so them also which sleep in Yahushai will the Most High bring with him. So you're going to have the elect brethren that have passed on, that are not here anymore. They're going to be with Yahushai, okay? And it says, for this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain. Now look, now let me show you something. When you go into this word alive, if they didn't change it, okay, because I've noticed that from time to time, unless I'm mistaken, but I've noticed a few times I went into certain words and it was changed. So when you go into this word alive, to breathe, be blessed, living water, where is it? There also was a word survive. If I'm not mistaken, survive, or maybe it was the etamon, or maybe the etamon for the word alive means to survive. But I thought it was in the literal blue letter. I don't want to pull up the etymology, but in my studies when I was going into this, I did find the word survive. Oh no, it's for remain. The word remain, not alive, the word remain. Yep, see? Now, when you look this word survive, it means to live literally after one's death, okay? If you look up the online etymology for the word survive, it means literally to live after one's death. So the only way you could be a survivor is if death is around you, which is what? Psalms 91. Really fast. Psalms 91. Okay, this is the time we're coming into, and we have to understand that, because why are these articles coming out? You know, why are they giving their insight of what they believe you could do in a case of this situation happen? This is Psalms 91 and 4. It says, matter of fact, let's start at 2. Let's start at 1. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Yahweh Bashem El Shai, he is my refuge and my fortress. So we believe that we will be fortified by Yahweh Bashem El Shai. Just because we don't have a carnal covering doesn't mean that we won't be delivered. This is the spiritual aspect of the servant. And this is the walk that we're taking, okay? Faith, all right? We can't limit Yahweh Bashem El Shai because we're surrounded by a crooked carnal world, okay? We can't limit the ability of Yahweh Bashem El Shai just because we see nothing but faithlessness around us. It says, my power, in him I will trust, right? Not in a bunker, not in ammo and water and food. No, none of that stuff, okay? It says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, see? And from the noisome pestilence. What's that going into? That's going into the repercussions of the third woe and the prophecy of destruction of what's going to come from that, okay? The smith that blows the coals, okay? So the ability of this instrument has been created to a astronomical level. This is why John saw thousands of thousands, all right, 200 million, okay? In their head they do hurt. So they have it ready, okay? The prophecy of it being created is already done. Now we're waiting for the prophecy of it being shot off, okay? And it says, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust, right? Seek and destroy, seek and deliver. I shall defend Jerusalem. It says, his truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. What do you think this arrow that's going to fly by day is from? The third woe. Okay, and there are going to be many arrows, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. So it's going to happen in the middle of the day. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. So we are going to be surrounded by people that will be judged in this manner, but it will not touch us, just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Okay. And it says, only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So we're getting ready to witness the reward of the wicked, and it's not going to touch us because the Lord is not equating us to being the wicked like these people. So this is why it says those that alive and remain, those that are alive and survive after tens of thousands of death. Okay. It says, and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in a Mashiach shall rise first, going into the brothers. Then we which are alive and remain, all right, we which are alive and survive shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. This is why John saw those that had gotten the victory. So if we were breaking it down chronologically, then we could have just went to Revelations 15. See, because you meet the Lord in the air, then 1 Corinthians 15, change in the twinkling of an eye, okay? And so shall we ever be with the Lord, see? Wherefore comfort one another with these words. So now we're being comforted, okay? Because this prophecy is being fulfilled. Matthew 24 and 31 as well, okay? So these prophecies, you can link them all in. And look, notice how we're going to different chapters and different verses, but they all have the same message unto us. Matthew 24 and 30, it says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, Rev 1 and 7, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in clouds, the heavenly chariots of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. There you go. Okay, and I had wrote a couple down, but there you go. So the top location to survive is going to be in the Lord's chamber. Okay, the top location to survive is with Yahweh B'Shem Shai. All right, not what man created. All right, so but they're getting ready. Okay, they're getting ready. They're using AI to help them. They're scrambling. They're figuring out what they need to do and what they can do to survive this. And the only ones that are going to be able to survive this is of the elect. And that's going to be great glorification to the Lord as well, for that to be a testimony, to let it be known that we survived this while billions, millions didn't. Okay, you want to talk about being holy? That alone is going to show you the preservation of the holy people of the Lord. So we have a lot to look forward to. We have a lot of glorification of Yahweh B'Shem Shai to do and to come. There's a lot of praising and blessing in the name of the Lord as the days push forward to the end. So what do you think we're going to do in the time of prophecy? We're going to praise Yahweh B'Shem Shai while the rest of the world faints and gives in. And I'm speaking of the world of Israel, faints and gives in. Would the rest of the world, which is what? The three sons of men, you know, they're going to give in with the children of the wicked, and they're going to believe in the children of men, and they're all going to fall. Okay, Babylon is going to be ground zero for the great destruction. So I'm going to leave it there. I pray this lesson was edifying and exhorting, and I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, B'Shem Rakakwadash. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.